Irashaimase, and welcome back. My name is Mizuchi Oruka, Blue Dragon VTuber, and we are back in Kindred Spirits on the Roof. Last time, I believe we were in the midst of helping out these three, which is, I'm assuming, going to be a thruple overall. But we got, I don't really remember their names exactly, but I think it's Ichi Futatsu and Mitsuki Futaba Futano Ichiki, I think those are their names. 1, 2, and 3. This is me debating about how to help them, I think. I also don't know if this is new or not. I feel like we might have done it already, but I don't know how the cherries work, so I'm just going to pretend that we did do it, and if we didn't do it, we can obviously go back and look or something. Anyways, that is the recap on what happened last time, so let's just jump right back into it, shall we? Yuri Cupid number dos. Hopefully the volume's okay. Excuse me. Oh, morning, Yuna. I also forgot what voices I gave them, so it's probably going to change every time because I only do VNs once a week. So I apologize in advance because I am not an A-list voice actor or nothing or anything is what I should have said. Gomen nasai. Watashi wa aho desu. Morning, Ano. Forget anything today? Yep. Seriously, why do you sound so proud of yourself? It really makes me wonder if it's some kind of condition is causing her to be this forgetful. No matter what, she'll forget one thing or another every day like clockwork. You could set your alarm to it. Her talent for forgetting things is actually what brought us together. It was on a day not long after we started here, when we were in the same class during our first year. I predict that us, Yuna, will eventually either fall in love with Ano or our childhood friend, which her name is Itsuki? This starts with an I. Some type of E name. I'm sorry, my memory is also really bad. I don't know why I'm apologizing now. This is like episode 7. And this is like the 40th week of VNs, but or 40th episode or whatever. I'm just letting you know, just in case anyone's here and they're like, wow, this guy's an idiot. It's true. It's very true. It is true. I will not deny it. Okay. Ano had forgotten every single textbook and material she needed for classes that day, and asked if she could see mine, since I sat next to her. First period, I thought it was pretty normal. Second period, I thought, well, this happens sometimes. By third period, I was too dumbfounded to say anything. After the fourth period, I just silently moved my desk over to her, and to top it all off, when I asked her after school if she thought it was a different day of the week or something. And Ano's answer had been, I just forgot all the textbooks I'd been planning on bringing today. That's not possible. Wouldn't that mean you didn't have any textbook in your bag at all? Wouldn't you notice that? When I grilled Ano like that, she said, mission accomplished, and stuck out her thumb. In that instant, I realized, yeah, she really did forget them all. She forgot all sorts of things after that, relying on me instead. It was a while before I realized. It's not gonna happen, It's not gonna happen. I wanted to avoid getting close to anyone but Ano, but with Ano, that wasn't gonna be an option. I was forced to admit that eventually. One day, she hadn't forgotten anything. She had her textbooks, her notebooks, her homework, her phone, her notepad, her lunch, her wallet, her train pass, her handkerchief, pads, and all sorts of other stuff. Even the book she promised to lend me, her bag, of course. And I thought, wow, so there are days like this too, huh? That was the first day I had met Ano that I thought I hadn't heard the word forgot. And after spending the day in a relative peace, I realized just before 5th period on the day on which we had just happened to have gym class that she'd forgotten to wear a bra. Wow. How could you forget that when you got those 2 huge things on you? Flustered, I suggested Ano sit out of gym that day. You guys are all girls, right? Like, it's cool. Like, it might be kind of uncomfortable. They're gonna be flopping everywhere, but it's not like there's any boys that are like, "Oh my god, she's not wearing a bra." And they'll be like, "Hey, you're not wearing a bra. Are you okay?" And be like, "I'm fine. My nipples are a little chafed, but who cares, right? I love sports." Girl, go sit down. I don't know if forgetting things doesn't surprise me anymore. That's just what she's like. Can you do something about it on your own? Yep, I've already taken care of it. Wink. I see, so that's right. Ano. What is it? Hina and I are gonna have a little study group before exam. It's Hina. Her name's Hina. It's not Itsuki. I'm sorry. We're gonna have a little study group before exams. You're welcome to join us. Really? Count me in. Yay. I'm looking forward to your cooking, Yuna. I'll cook, but we're not getting together just to hang out, alright? I can lend you I can lend you your textbooks and pencils and stuff, but at least remember your notebooks, okay? I got it. Last time we had one of those was before Hina-chan started school here, right? Yeah, I think it was just before the entrance exam. And now she's a first year. Time sure flies, huh? It's been a whole year since she started here, too. What are you talking about? Speaking of first years, though, say, Ano, do you know a first year named Maki? Seina-san? No, even I don't know too many of the new students yet. Yeah, I figured. Ano actually has a pretty big social circle, as it turns out. I thought she might know her, but I guess not. Who is she? Somebody you know, Yuna? I guess she sits next to Hina. Ah, well, I don't know her, but I did run into the broadcasting club trio this morning on the train. They were fucking... What? Huh? Yeah? They were all together again this morning. Those three are like a real comedy trope. That's a little rude, isn't it? I get what you mean, though. Oh, you're acting kind of cold. Nina's a friend of mine, so I was thinking I could introduce you to if you want. Though I guess it's kind of weird to introduce someone you were in the same class with last year. Huh? What should I do? I'm not sure that introducing myself to them will help. It might even make it harder to hide my actions if we become close. No, that's fine. Yeah? I thought you'd be interested since you were asking about them the other day. Well, I was a little interested then, but it's fine now. Thanks, and I'm sorry. No, it's fine. You don't need to thank me. I just never heard you ask me about somebody else like that before, Yuna. I guess I got ahead of myself. Spun my wheels a little bit. Kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog. What? Oh, he's a blue hedgehog? Uh-huh. Anyways. Sorry for making you spin your wheels. It wasn't the first time, though, was it? How antisocial do you think I am? Pretty antisocial. I'm pretty sure it was, actually, Miss Ano, who was quite surprised. Am I that bad? I guess I might be. Oh, sorry. And it was the first time you're asking me for something so... Really? I guess I was pretty touched, you know? Now I feel bad. Don't worry about it. Your sins will wash away if you let me see your textbook in 3rd period. Wink. I thought you already taken care of it today. I didn't say I'd only forgotten one thing. Alright. I'll share it. Yay, I love you, Yuna. Oh no, my heart's fluttering. Oh, fuck. Shit, fuck. Oh, fuck. Lunch break. I took my lunch up on the roof like I always did, like a loser. But strangely, only Sachi-san waited me today. Hello, Sachi-san. Oh, Is Megumi not with you? Hello, Yuna-san. I've asked Megumi to keep an eye on the broadcasting club today. Oh, I see. I sat down on the bench and took out my lunch. I'd brought baguette sandwiches, like I promised Hina I'd make yesterday. As I was about to take my first bite, my phone rumbled in my pocket. Oh, sorry, my phone's ringing. Like, it's okay. I'm a ghost. I don't care. It's not like you're eating with me or anything. I'm just staring at you, watching you eating. I haven't had a meal in 10 years. Uh-huh. Anyways, takes another bite. I extracted my intrusive phone from my pocket. You stupid phone, stop being so intrusive. Ah, it's a text. From my mom. Someone needed to skip work tonight on short notice, so she'd be converting part of their night shift. In other words, my mom is super nice and won't be home. She was telling me she would be home late. I skimmed over the text and slid the app closed with my finger. I got a finger. What's that? It isn't a cell phone? Whoa, Sachi nearly leaning over my shoulder. Hasn't she seen a phone before? I mean, if she's been here long enough, she should be by now. It's 2014. There should be smartphones. I don't know. What would it be? An iPhone. What phone did I have in 2014? An iPhone 6? iPhone 8, maybe? That was when I first got married. I mean, it's a cell phone. Oh, a cell phone. Short for cellular phone. Oh, sorry, that was me. There were like regular phones when Sachi was alive, right? Oh, even I know what a cell phone is. Everyone has one these days. Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. But there aren't any buttons on yours, Yuna-san. Ah, that's because this is a smartphone. A smart phone? Is it smart? You use it like this instead of buttons. I slid my finger across the screen, showing off a few different appos. Sugoi! Whoa, her eyes went wide as saucers. I didn't even know ghost eyes could do that. What's happening? You're making it work just by touching it, Yuna-san. What is happening? How do these things work? I'm about to be in existential dread because I don't know how to explain it. Cell phones these days sure are something. Could you show me more of it later? Or right now, I'm still eating lunch. Sure, I don't mind. Let's pull out some games. Show you my little blue archive waifus. It's kind of unexpected. I guess Sachi-san's interested in stuff like this. Megumi knows a little more about these things. She likes to look at magazines and such when students read them in their classrooms. Wow. Talk about reading over their shoulder. Is that so? Ghosts are even still in glances at our magazines, huh? Well, anyway, this time I really started eating lunch. The sandwiches Hina requested. Next to me, Sachi-san reported on the investigation. Maki-chan is really cute. Sachi-san observed Maki-chan yesterday, apparently. Maki-chan was on her own yesterday. It seems Ahara-san had to leave early. What do you think she did? I wonder. I didn't think she'd have any reason to be at school if Ahara-senpai wasn't there. Maki-san suddenly started walking all around the school. Huh? That's unusual. It was like she was out looking for something. Do you know what it was? Why are you giving me that really sly look like you know exactly what she was looking for? I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a pretty attractive stare. Kinda like, I'm hot and I know it, and I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah, she is. Shit. It seems she came to school to some conclusion, as you, Yuna-san. She wants to find somewhere where she and Miki-san can talk together. The same conclusion? That's right, she was looking for a secret place for the two of them. Ah. Fuck. Fuck. She was like a kitten exploring every corner. I was having fun just following her around. Her eyes were sparkling everywhere she went, looking at the buildings. Maki-chan is really cute. She likes architecture, I believe. Whoops. Pressing too many buttons on my touchpad. Hold on. Alright, we're back. She's working so hard for the girl she likes. I'd like for the relationship to work out. I'd like for their love to grow. Just like this feeling in my crotch. What? Nothing. Weird. We lagged a little bit. I don't know when it happened, but it happened recently. Right? Well, I don't really know what this love thing is about, but I guess I'll be happy for them, at least a little. So Maki-san's looking for a place like that too. That's convenient then, isn't it? Last night I was starting to think of a way to let Maki-san know if we did end up finding somewhere for her. But if she's doing some search on her own, then our goal could coincide. Even if our motives don't, we might be able to guide her there. She's been checking rooms during her breaks too. I'm sure she wants nothing more than to find somewhere they can be alone together. I'd like to find somewhere nice for them, but I wonder if Maki-chan will find somewhere first. About that. Huh? I have a few ideas about places that might work well. My, really? Are you a loner? Is that not obvious? We'll have to check them out to make sure, though. I do have some friends. They just don't talk to me. That's wonderful, Yuna-san. Where are they? In the inner building. Really? Would you like to go with me after school, then? With Sachi-san? What should I do? I don't think she'll get in the way or anything, but I would want to go on a look-around date with Sachi-san. She's cute as fuck! But I understand she's taken. There's something I've been wondering about, Sachi-san. Sachi-san? Yes? You can, well, read people's minds, right? Yes. So, like, how much can you tell about someone? It's been bothering me for a while. Are we all just open books to her? I want to know how much she can tell about me. Well, I haven't really explained it to you yet, have I, Yuna-san? I'm sorry for scaring you, but don't worry. I can't do anything like that remarkable. So she says, but that's not entirely reassuring. All I can tell is what someone is feeling strongly, and I have to be right next to them to determine that. Really, it's more emotions than thoughts. It's not so much what people are thinking, but what they're feeling. And it doesn't work when there are very many people nearby. The feelings get twisted together and hidden among the others. I could probably only tell between two people at most. If I want to know what they're feeling in more detail, it's possible by touching them, but they're not very polite, wouldn't you say? See, it's not very impressive, is it? You think? That's still pretty damn amazing. So ghosts can even do things like that too. But according to Sachi-chan, she can only read feelings, not thoughts, in which case memories are probably a no-go. I'm a little relieved. I didn't want anyone digging into that stuff. I think I can tell when people are in love because it's the emotion I'm most sensitive to. It's the feeling I want to know most, the one I want to understand most. Megumi thinks it's amazing, but this is really all I can do, Sachi-san said with a little smile. Wow. A hallway in the inner building. This time with Sachi-san. There'd been a little squabble on the roof when I met with this ghost after school. Megumi had been incredibly against Sachi-san and me working together. Megumi's such a butthole. They're a ghost. She's gonna fall in love with me. I can't fall in love with a ghost. We would never be together, because she's dead. Ow. Even after Sachi-san told her to keep an eye on the broadcasting club trio, she tailed me around for a while, glaring at my back the whole time. And she spent all that time from the roof until I'd left the Hoshikan building, whispering in my ear about how she'd curse me if I gave Sachi-san any weird ideas. Really? Weird ideas? I left the building without even responding to her, finding it entirely too ridiculous. Finally, in the inner building hallway, we found Ahara-senpai and Maki-san. The two of them were pinning up new bulletins to the school notice boards. Maki-san held a stack of papers while Ihara-senpai tacked them onto the boards. They were chatting happily about something as they worked. As I watched them, a teacher passed by and said something to Ihara-senpai. It looked like she was asking for some sort of favor. Maki-san seemed a little anxious when Ihara-senpai smiled and wrote out a little note for herself. But Ihara-senpai really is amazing, as I've heard. I've never seen someone attract favors so naturally before. My brain did not like that sentence at all. Looking at Ahara senpai like that, I wonder what it was like for me back then. No, I shouldn't think about that anymore. But Ahara senpai looks like she's having a lot of fun. Not many people are all smiles as they receive more work. Watching it, Are you jealous of Maki-san? Nani? She read my mind. No, I didn't. I just looked at your eyes, loser. Sachi-san laughed as I hid my face. That's not true. Really? I was wrong? I'm sorry about that. No, it's fine. It's true. I'm a little bitch. Sachi-san may have been right on the money. Even though I said she was wrong, I'd still worried she'd heard my inner thoughts. Does that mean what I was really thinking? I don't know. What was I thinking about Ahara senpai? That I was jealous? But why? Why would I think that? That would make me... My thoughts were scattered all over. Let's go, Yuna-san. We're not here to watch them today. Ah. Sachi-san slid in front of me, then turned around, indicating that I should continue on. Was she being considerate of me? But that helped. I wanted to leave there as soon as possible after all. I wonder if Sachi-san picked up on that. Sachi-san seems more grown-up than me. Is it because she's a third year, or because she's been a ghost all this time? I don't know, but I followed her down the hallway. Who fucking knows? Yeah, I'm gonna save it. It's been a while since I've saved, and I'm nervous that something crazy is gonna happen. No, this one. On the second floor, we eventually arrived at the classroom farthest from the stairs. It's called a reference room in name only. Its true usage is basically for storage. Here? Yes? It's a little dusty in here, though. Might be mold everywhere. It's kind of gross. Unhygienic. Not good to finger your boyfriend in here. I mean your girlfriend. Sorry. Wrong genre. Didn't. I opened the unlocked door. Ah, it was musty in there. The smell of dust. Just letting in air seemed to be enough to kick it all up. There's even more than I remember. You know this room? Yes, it was a classroom when I was alive. At some point it became a reference room, but I can't recall the last time I saw someone use it for that. It seems like it was still called a reference room, though. I was thinking of the inner part of this room, though it was like looking like it. It's like I have never done this before. I really should start doing vocal warm-ups, but I ain't got time for that. Actually, what I should say is I don't have the patience for that. I barely have enough patience to eat breakfast and drink coffee before I do this. I was thinking of the inner part of this room, though it was looking like it'd be pretty difficult just to get back there. At least for us, for those of us with bodies. At least for those of us whose bodies get coated in dust, since we can't pass right through the walls and shelves. Well, if we move all this stuff, whoa. Dust rolled up and got into my lungs. Ugh, I feel gross. But I put up with it and kept moving the things aside. Boxes, stacks of papers, rolled up maps. Why is this can of kerosene here? Oh, for the stove. Ooh. Why, there was enough space for a person to move through the room. Now, you should be able to get through the shelves. Ah, here? Ghosts are so unfair. I had to do all that work and she just slides through the shelves. Yes, on the other side is... I wonder what the inside of an object looks like as a ghost. Do you think it's just black? Or can you see like what it's made of? Do you have night vision? I know, that's... that's not important. A little bit of space on the window side of the room. Just enough for a single tatami mat, really. Oh, it's like this back here, isn't it? I peeked back here a long time ago, but I'd since forgotten about it. I guess it's not as big as I thought it would be. You think so? I'm impressed that you knew about this place, Yuna-san. Well, I just thought the size of these shelves didn't quite match up with where the outside of the building was. So I thought there might be some room in the back. I see. So this isn't your jack-off spot? What? No! That's all Sachi-san said, but it seemed like her words were inviting me to say more. I was just looking for somewhere quiet. I see. Yes, it's nice to have places like that. I guess Sachi-san thinks that way too sometimes. Either that, or she's just being polite again. Anyways, now we knew there was a space here. What do we do? True, people probably wouldn't find them here, but I can't really see them standing around talking to each other in a place like this. They could at least sit down. Should we bring some chairs in? What else is back here? Nani? Chotomate? When I scanned around the room, I noticed something that had been shoved against the farthest wall. Huh? Is that a... Something just barely small enough to fit was leaning up right, a rectangular shape, covered in torn fabric, with wooden protrusions on the bottom. Legs? Meaning... Is this a couch? A fucking couch? Let's go. Oh, it seems so. Sachi-san easily passed through as usual and checked. No, seriously, this is too perfect. And it's like just big enough for the space. Well, we're lucky, but it would be like a secret hideout with all this couch here, wouldn't it? A place hidden away where they can sit and chat. It's just what Maki-chan wants. Right? I bet she'd like it. If it were a little cleaner, at least. I'm not sure she'll notice it if this is hard to get back here. Yeah, we've got to make the passageway a little easier to get through, but it still needs to be difficult to see from the door. If I cleaned up a little, the space back here would be a bit bigger. It'd be good if there was enough room to stretch out a little bit on the couch. You probably can't clean it up too much, though. Say, Yuna-san, shall we set the couch down? Can you touch stuff? I don't think so. We have to make it so that Maki-san thinks she found it herself. If the couch was already set up, she might think someone else was using the space. Ah, I see. Good point. Sachi-san nodded to herself. Well, we'll still have to do a little organizing and cleaning. I bet it'd be too obvious to do it all at once, so little by little. If I do about 2 hours of cleaning at a time, I might be able to get it done in 3 or 4 sessions. Yeah, that sounds about right. Today's the 18th. It's almost a week before exams. I won't be able to clean when those start. You might be able to get it cleaned up by the final day of exams. Could I ask you to do that? Yeah. Thank you. Please make it a wonderful place for them, would you? Right. The only thing left in the house is to get Maki-san to find out this place. From what I considered yesterday, it's pretty likely that she'll find it, but it's not guaranteed. After finding such a nice place for her, it'd be a shame if she didn't find it too. Well, why don't you leave that to me? Huh? Maki-chan's been wandering around the school. I'm sure she'll come by here. Yes, but we don't know if she'll notice it even if it's nearby. I can handle that. When Maki-chan walks by, I'll scare the shit out of her! Ah! And she'll have to run in here and hide. Sachi grinned. Ah! A sudden noise rang out. The old worn-out mop had gone toppling over behind me. I can call her inside like this. That was you, Sachi-san? Yes, it seems I can do a few things like poltergeist. I can guide Maki-chan here like that. Ghosts have some tricks up their sleeves, huh? That's right, the person smiling proudly in front of me really is a ghost. It's really disappointing when you think about it. I really wish I could give her a kiss, but then Megumi would find out and kick my ass. So, maybe it's not the best idea. Having succeeded in our search for a secret spot, we didn't need to check the other places I was thinking of. Our work here was done for the day. On our way back from the reference room, which was really a storage and was about to become a hideout, we ran into Hara-senpai and Maki-senpai again, still at work. Sorry, Maki-san. This time it looked like they were retrieving forgotten umbrellas. They took the umbrellas out of the stands, put tags on them according to where they were found, and bound them into one big spiky bundle. They're still hard at work. Yeah. Yeah. It must be tough. I bet. No, not their work. I was thinking the relationship might take a lot of work. It must be tough for her. Her? Not them? Yes. Which one do you think has it rough, Yuna-san? In my personal opinion, it would probably be Maki-san because she's like in love with her senpai and her senpai isn't loving her back. But at the same time, Hara-senpai might be having a hard time because she knows that her kohai loves her and she's not reciprocating it or feeling the same feelings. So we're gonna go with Maki-san. Maki-san, I suppose? Oh, why do you think that? Because Maki-san has to try to get Hira-senpai to think of her as more of a friend, right? I don't think that would be easy. And if Hara-senpai's feelings don't change, then Maki-san's feelings will have all been for nothing. You think so? You don't? No, I was thinking Maki-san too, but if she's quite resolute in her feelings, I think she could do anything if it were for Maki-san. She's very kind and strong. I'm sure everything will be fine if Maki-san realizes that. Maki-chan's feelings will reach her. And even if Maki-san can only think of Maki, if Miki-san can only think of Maki-chan as a friend, Miki is Ahara Senpai's first name. I still don't think Maki-chan's feelings will be for nothing. At least for her, that is. I don't really understand the last bit of what Sachi Hansan had said. But they wouldn't have been for nothing, even if they didn't reach her. If they didn't reach her, what would have they done? How is that supposed to work? I'd like them to have a nice romance, no matter what it leads to. I want things to go well for everyone, of course. That's why we're helping like this. But I wouldn't want to change whatever answer they come to. Their answers they'll arrive at after thinking long and hard about the other person, after all. Well, Yuna-san, let's head back. Right. I walked beside Sachi-san. The sun was setting now. The sky outside was already bright red. Ghost or not, the light of the evening sun dyed Sachi-san's hair, a skin with crimson tint. Oh no, I think we're falling in love with Sachi-san, which is interesting. I hear exams are coming up. Yes, I won't have time to stay after school. Stay after school a week before then. It might be harder to help you. Yes, I know. That's alright. Everyone will be focused solely on their studies after all. You should study hard as well, Yuna-san. As a student, you mustn't neglect your work. Right. Sachi-san really seems mature sometimes. Awkward pause. Alright. Glad that finally came to a kind of a conclusion. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. You had a good time hanging out with Sachi-san and finding a little love nest for Maki and Ahara Senpai. Please comment down below if there's anything that you believe I can work on. And if not, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.